Hello everybody. Hello Luke.
Hi.
Welcome to Wordspeak II. I'm glad this is happening again because the last time we had this event it was really quite successful and already there's quite a few more people than there were the first time, so I'm quite happy about that. We all should be. We've got something happening here which is brilliant.
We know.
Alright, so we all know why we're here. Well, if you don't, I'm sure you'll find out soon. So, I'm going to kick us off with a couple of my own pieces, and then we'll be followed by Mitch Cunningham. This poem, or piece, whatever it is called "Oh No, I Have a Poetry Event Tomorrow and I Haven't Written Anything." I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Fuck me, I don't know what... I've got nothing to write. I don't know what to write. It sucks. I'm shit. I've become lost in my thoughts about what to write, what to say. I've got one day to write something witty and smart, dreamy yet eloquent, and not too cliche. Something confronting, something bold, something to make people say, "Oh shit, did he just say that?" But no, I refrain. I've got nothing to say, nothing to challenge the brains of the people that have gone out of their way to be here. So what do? I may just be doomed. Should I imagine them all nude? Or look for a clue in the back of my mind where I built a wall with a sign that says, "Stop, you're doing just fine." There's nothing to find behind a wall with a sign except a waste of time. So I stop. I cough. A lot. The words have escaped. They're gone. So I think I'll give up now and hope that they clap and forgive me for speaking such whimsical crap. This next piece I'm going to read to you, I wrote about 4 years ago, in case you can't tell. I've got quite a cold, so I hope you understand me. It was published in the 2008 Geelong Writers Anthology. There's a short bit of prose called "The Warning." They watched as the world became grey. Two sat frozen in their lover's embrace, elevated high above in their 13th-story apartment room. In the waft of silent grief, the city slept beneath them with eyes wide shut. Men and women, the young and the old, no one would sleep this night. 2 floors beneath them, an elderly man prayed for an error that had passed him by. Moonlight soft at his face, he opened his arms to God. Tears of dust slowly falling to the floor. He prayed for the children, the fish in the sea. He prayed for the homeless and the lost, and for those like him that sat alone. The dampness of the room became lost in the concrete walls, and his bed sat untouched. He sat in awe of the veins of gold that stretched the city, and watched as the street lamps died and the earth praised the moon and the stars. He felt cold this autumn night, yet he did not feel so alone, for never had the world sat so still, so peaceful. Down the corridor in room 32, a man sat at the edge of his bed. He looked empty like a vessel lost at sea, his face cold and slippery. A dove sat perched with wings spread on his right shoulder, inked into flesh for all to see. But deeper than flesh lay his heart, beating slowly. A rush of life burned his veins as hot liquid pushed its way through its tight cylinder and into his arm, his pupils already dilated, his tongue already cleaving to the roof of his mouth. Next to him sat a bottle of whiskey, brown and deadly. 24 Panadol sinus capsules, each waiting with anticipation. He thought of a wife, maybe of children, but none he had, and until now he had never hoped for. Up 5 levels, a man and a woman watched each other through thin sheets, both adrift in passion's warm river, the moon spilling thin strips of ashen grey light through the curtains. Breaking the deathly quiet, she moaned as he fell deep inside her, the bed creaking, their bodies warm in a cold room. Next room over, 2 elderly women lay, listening to the gasps of the couple in the next room. their arms around each other, their perfume delicate and rich. Both lay with eyes on the other, aged lips meeting in a dance that had never ended since their romance began a long time ago. Cornfields they remembered, the songs they had sung, the tears that they had cried. And in each other's arms they cried together for the last time, never to say goodbye. The soft hum of a lullaby, subtle and gentle, it waded through the swim of corridors as a mother cradled her child, in a sway that would have lasted long into the night. Never would the child know of its father, or know the pleasures of sin, nor the taste of ice cream and the feeling of wet fingers in the snow. A priest wandered the corridors and felt her song turn the walls to glass. He felt the concrete slip away into the night and saw a light heading towards him, waiting for him to come and embrace. And so it was that on the 13th floor, two young people, a boy and a girl, stood together in each other's arms, in each other's kiss on the night no one would remember. Instead they held and they loved, their eyes shining brightly in the silky dark of the world around them, beautiful together in a world that was soon to die. And when it came, they stood together and smiled, hand in hand, the lives of many frozen in a blanket of blinding light. The earth was to shatter, no one could stop it. But yet, on New Year's Eve, generations stood and watched what was to be the last night for all humanity, and there were to be no more wars and no fights, and for the first time in all of Earth's history, nothing really moved. For once again, the world was made void to the sound of a billion hearts, and if it was so that one could watch and see the world at that time, in death man was made proud. For never had a night come that would bring no day. Next up, we have Mitch Cunningham.